Alright, folks. A little long.
Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. We're testing a new mic. You might be clipping a little bit there, but pretty good.
Yes. Welcome to the Short Shift Podcast. Wow.
Wow, this is going to eviscerate you for this.
Thomas.
We're not starting over. This is it.
No, this is staying in the pod. Fuck you, Thomas. Thomas is now going to modulate my voice a bunch. This is episode 258. 258.
Who wore 258 for the Bruins? No, we're not. Okay, we're past that. Do you remember when you used to do that?
Yes, and then I stopped because
ran out of numbers.
We actually made it to 100 episodes.
Yeah, right.
Ian.
Yeah.
What's up?
I have a bone to pick immediately.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right.
This is going to be a dumb bone to pick. I'm watching the Habs cock slap the Sabres right now. It's 6-3. There's 14 minutes left of the third, right?
Okay. It was 3-2, like, not too long ago.
I turned on the game with 6 minutes left of the first period, and it was 3-2, and I felt like I got hit by a brick. I was like, what just happened? But then I realized that Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is an infamously hard name to say, apparently, for professional broadcasters.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
It's killing me. I'll tell you what my bone to pick is, though. So after game 3, it's 2-1, series lead for Montreal, and I've got Sabres fans out the ass telling me about how the series is over. What happens in game 4?
You can't, but Ian, you really have to give them some grace here, because you can't tell them act like you've been here before.
I understand that. It's killing me watching. The whole fan base is melting down on social media, melting down like everywhere you can find it. Everyone's upset. And I get it. You're down 2 games. So I literally had to go back and check the series to make sure it wasn't 3-1. And yeah, now it looks like it's going to be 3-2, and we'll see how it goes from here. But wow, so quick to just be like, I'm out, fuck this. And now, of course, they're all watching the next game. I'm not acting like they're deserting their team. And those crowds have been ruckus. But my goodness, can we take a breath forever once in a while?
Well, I think with Buffalo fans, you have to understand something. This isn't just about the Sabres not making the playoffs until, from 2011 on. This isn't just about, the Bills constantly cock teasing them. This is about the fact that they're in Buffalo. And that is their cross to bear. And they have to take it out on everyone else around. You really have to keep that in mind when it comes to Buffalo fans.
Well, I will do my best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to give them a little bit more grace because they don't know any better. They're just fucking stupid.
All right. Well, now we're crossing the lines.
I mean, they were fucking crossing the line with you. So, I mean, shit.
I just couldn't believe it. I was getting so frustrated. I'm like, guys, it's okay. Things are fine. And now they look less fine because if you're going to game 6 down a game, it obviously don't feel great. Also, a little fun side note here. Tage Thompson is a -9 so far through this series.
You love to see it. You love to see it after he got so fucking snippy.
He's getting like bratty. I don't know. Yeah. Look, I don't think these guys need a bunch of media training in general because I like when there's personality. But when you ask him, well, you playing hurt, that's none of your fucking business, or none of your business. I think I add fucking in there. Yeah. But none of your business.
I don't think that's any of your. I don't think that's any of your business. Actually, oddly enough, it is.
It's literally my job to ask you that question. I didn't realize I was asking a 6-year-old child. I'm sorry.
I apologize. No. Okay, here's the difference. My niece, who is 4, and my nephew, who is 8, would know not to do that.
It's fair. This is going to sound like sour grapes because obviously Buffalo wiped this out, but maybe it is sour grapes. Who knows, actually? Maybe I won't even defend that part of it. Like, this is bullshit. Relax. This is the message I want to give. Relax.
To Sabres fans?
To Sabres fans, relax. And to Sabres players. Although, Tage.
No. Tage specifically can actually, change his fucking change his deity.
I mean, change the tone.
Like, oh my God. Like, Okay, he's very clearly hurt. He's not taking shots.
Mm.
He's not taking shots. It is very clearly a pretty damn serious wrist injury. And by the way, if he didn't have a pretty damn serious wrist injury, he wouldn't have responded like that. Because, in saying that, you've already told us all what we need to know on that.
You definitely said yes. Yeah, that is a yes for sure.
And B, you better fucking have a wrist injury after how you've played, after how you haven't shot.
I'm really glad you said that, because if I was a Sabres fan, so in a similar way, we're watching the Bruins through that first round series.
Yeah.
And we're like, Elias better be like dead. Zadorov better have just broken a hip bone. Like,
Zadorov better be playing without a ligament. Oh.
But seriously, you watch playoff hockey. I think every fan does this, and they're like, that guy's got to be hurt, or else what the hell? When Mason Lohrei came out of the announcements of injuries with nothing, that was really damning.
I don't believe that. I actually don't believe that, because he was hurt the last few weeks of the season. There's no way that magically healed.
Well, but we're talking about those injuries that, like, you're barely on the ice, right? Those are most of the announcements that get made. Lohrei was not in a position where he's barely on the ice.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is accurate.
I sat there and went, like,
typical wear and tear, and that could affect some things, but that doesn't affect you keeping the puck for 5 seconds longer than you have to.
Right, and playing your way out of the lineup. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy so intentionally, obviously not intentionally, but the word kind of fits here, play himself out of the lineup. Mm-hmm. Holding on to these pucks again. I mean, obviously I'm all over the place to start this one, but him not being on the injury report really was like, damn, that sucks. I kind of I never wished for injuries for our guys, but I had hoped there was something knocking him down a couple pegs.
But no, it's connected. It's connected, because Tage Thompson better be playing with a broken wrist.
Yeah.
Or some kind of fracture.
And I understand not wanting to give an advantage to the defenders, because now all of a sudden you're getting slashed in the wrist. All they have to do is
watch you play and be like, yep, that's it.
Fair. They get a lot more film time than we do, I would say. Yeah, their job, if you will.
Yeah, there's no real advantage that they get.
Oh, no. Hold on. Yes, there is.
No, there's no. Let me finish. There's no real advantage that they get from you saying something, because they already know. They already know what's wrong with you. They already know what's wrong with you. They know what's wrong with you within the first 5 minutes of game one.
So they can take a very educated guess, but the difference between a injured shoulder and an injured wrist means, where am I getting slashed when the ref isn't looking?
Yeah, right.
I really don't want to. And we can pretend that players don't pay attention. They do. They 100% do. When they've got a weakness,
I think players are a lot smarter than we give them credit for, because a lot of them act dumb. A lot of them are dumb, but they're savants when it comes to
I was going to say, on the ice, yes, I'd agree with you. Yeah. Off the ice, hockey players and baseball players are the two where I'm like, the 70% of them.
So the meme of the Kachuk brothers, of Matt and Brady, of neither of them being able to count. I don't know. I don't think it's a meme.
I genuinely don't think they can read. I think it's that bad.
No, I think it's that bad, and their dullard of a dad is just as bad.
Yes. Now that we're done being sour grapes, though, this Habs of Buffalo series slaps. This is great.
It's been great.
It's great hockey. Is it good defense? Not really, but it's great fucking hockey.
It's great fucking hockey. It's great fucking playoff hockey, and it makes me scared for next year for the Bruins. Because, because man, do you have a lot of work to do. Well, we already knew that. We already knew that. But it's like, we know that now. It's like, because you see all 4 series and you're like, no,
can't keep up.
Yep.
It's literally that we can't keep up. The speed wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of time to talk about this specific conversation, but it is going to be the basis of everything, and I think it's going to get dulled as time goes on, of like what we watch during these series, because you convince yourself
dulled or doled, like doled out, or dulled, like dulled.
Okay,
all right, yeah, okay.
Because come August, we'll convince ourselves that, like, no, this team will be able to skate with any other team, and they'll have to prove it. It
depends on what they do acquisitionally.
Yeah, they'll have to prove it, because this is Woof, this is some high flying hockey. And although we would have like the biggest difference in the Buffalo and Montreal series is Dobish, I think. I think Montreal's a better team.
Montreal has a starting goaltender.
Truly a starting goaltender.
Buffalo has 2-1Bs.
Yep.
That's the difference.
And putting Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen back in was a wild decision to me. I know Lyon had a stinker there, but UPL was unplayable. Like he was the one keeping the Bruins in the series.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's hard to come back from a mid-ice goal, but hey, Sabres scored one and Dobish was fine.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And I know every Sabres fan was like, this is either great because we got, that's karma, or this takes away our ability to be bitchy about it.
No,
like,
this
it's
is
a little
great
sad
because it's karma, or it sucks because it's karma.
Yeah, that's true. I've loved this series, though. It's been a lot of fun to watch. And it's nice and relaxing, obviously, because you're not involved. And the most underrated feeling of being a hockey fan is when your team is in the playoffs, because it's just great hockey that you can just.
It just makes me sad because I was like, oh man, even the Flyers would probably wipe the floor with us, and they got fucking pimp slapped.
We would not. No, I refuse to agree with that. I refuse to agree with that. We would have competed with the Flyers. You're telling me Vladar was going to wipe us out?
I mean, he was really good in this playoff, man.
Really good season. I'm just not. Come on, the Flyers were by far to me.
You are hanging on to your Vladar take.
I will. I basically next year, if he's great, I have to admit that I was wrong, right? Because if you could do it,
you could still hold on to it. Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, we're just being desperate, though, right? Yeah. You gotta let go eventually. And I don't care enough about that take to.
That's fair. That's fair. It was 2015. Let it go. Stares directly into the camera.
is this your favorite series so far? Of the second round, I should say.
Favorites? I would say yes, probably by like a country mile.
Wow. Okay, so really, really favorite.
Yeah, really favorite. Vegas Ducks is fine. Vegas Ducks is fine. It's fine to good. Like it's not bad. Like none of the games have been bad. The best part of that series is sort of off ice. The narrative of Mitch Marner, playoff performer.
Leading the playoffs right now.
That's fun as hell to me because I have been beating that drum for years that it ain't him.
Yeah. I think two things are true right now. It ain't him, and this is the easiest defense he's ever faced in a playoff series. Still gotta perform. No, yeah, absolutely. But like you could understand that argument of like the Ducks defense is awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad.
They're playing 11-7, which I hate on principle.
It depends on the team for me.
Mm-hmm.
They do have 7 better defensemen than they do have forwards, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Jeffrey VL is performing for them right now.
Yeah, Bruins legend. What do you want to say,
Not that. Not those words. I want to say not those words. Because, no. By the way, still a great trade that we got a 4th. If you disagree, you're wrong. Anyway.
Yeah, that is. I mean, what did you want VL to be up instead of Murat? VL instead of Steves in games, fine, I'll give you that, but it's still not one of those players that you're like, that would have changed the series.
Yeah.
Which
if I had wheels, I'd be a wagon, etc.
Yep. I really liked the series. I really love the Avs Wild series, although the games aren't all that close until the last one. But
mediocrity strikes again.
It's tough. I mean, second round. Right? That's something.
No, it's been their peak. It's been their peak.
Yeah, but also
they've won the Western Conference Final in their existence, and it was in their second season.
What team was like that for a long time? Was it the Panthers that made like the finals in like their first or second season, and then
they made the finals in their third year?
Yeah,
and then the Avalanche fed them their food.
Yeah,
and then nothing.
That was the Blues too. That was when they expanded. They got 3 straight finals appearances, and
They got 3 straight finals appearances because they were in the same division as all of the expansion teams.
all the expansion teams back in the 60s and 70s.
And
good
speaking
stuff.
of getting fed your food, Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr. Yeah. No, they've been getting some good series in this. I want to talk a little bit though about so we don't have to break down the Avalanche, which is the better team in Minnesota, right? That's just
I agree.
there's not a lot to say about the series, right?
No, there is.
Oh,
There's not a lot, but there is some things, I should say. Minnesota really fucked up in their goaltender rotation there.
really? You thought Wallstedt let it go at the end there?
Yeah, I did, and
Yeah.
I also thought that the switch from Gustafsson back to Wallstedt back to Gustafsson, like they kind of mucked it up a little bit.
I mean, they were
Like-
on the other side, by the way, just to be clear, Wedgwood and Blackwood.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not great there, but they can afford that mistake, and the Wild cannot.
I mean, Blackwood actually came in and was pretty solid as the
Yeah,
the 1B.
well, Blackwood is a at the worst, he is a 1B in this league. He is at his baseline a tandem starter. IMO.
Really? I would say he's a backup. But you know what? That's we're doing semantics there.
Yeah.
But I understand. I actually disagree with this take though, because Wallstedt and Gustafsson, both really good goaltenders.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Wallstedt obviously very young.
I think he's gone.
Neither one has. That's a different conversation. We're going to talk about the Oilers and things like that. But neither one of them have a ton of playoff experience, if I'm remembering correctly, because I don't think Gustafsson had a ton of it.
No, they don't. And Wallstedt, I believe this is his first playoff.
I have a hard time leaning into that kind of narrative because at the end of the day, the way the Avalanche skaters turned it on when it was time to win the game, like it's just the team was better.
Depth. Drawing
Parker Kelly? What the fuck? Where did he come from?
Wait, who?
Parker Kelly?
Yeah, Parker. He's a fucking Parker Kelly is a guy I would love on the Bruins. By the way,
We don't need another version of him.
I would love because I think Parker Kelly's got more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Parker Kelly's got a higher in the lineup more. I think he's Kostelic if Kostelic had a better shot.
God, Kostelic was hitting that shot earlier in the season too, though. Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah,
but no, I just think the Avalanche were just a much better team, and at the end of the day,
the Avs are a much better team. The Avs are deeper. They're deeper. They have their backup is a starter on maybe half the league. I would say Blackwood.
That I won't disagree with. Yeah, that's fair.
Nathan McKinnon's still the best description I've ever heard anybody do for Nathan McKinnon. He skates like the ice fucked his wife.
Yep.
You know
that game, the shot.
Yep. Oh my god.
I love the comparison between the Olympics and that game tying goal late.
Yep.
And the difference is you have a full wide open net versus maybe a puck's width of space.
That is
maybe
Ian Bonner ball hair worth of space.
Seriously. And I don't shave. Wait, I do shave. Hold on. Which is better here? That was incredible. And it does highlight how hilarious it is that he missed that net, because that is
fucking amazing.
That is who he is as a player.
Sports are weird, yo.
Yeah. And well, hockey's the weirdest, right? How frustrating it can be.
Yeah.
So that series, though, I thought was a lot of fun.
That series was a lot of fun. I feel for the Wild because Guerin went for it, and he didn't get any farther.
I can't believe Guerin is the one I don't feel for.
I don't know.
He was such a douche the second half of the year. They're just like, fuck you, whatever, dude. You're ruining this great vibe for Minnesota for me.
Do not misunderstand what I say. I feel bad for the Minnesota Wild. Fuck Bill Guerin.
There you go. All right, great. Such a douchebag.
No, he's a dillweed.
The only thing I want to say about the Knights and the Ducks is I so badly want the Ducks to win this stupid series.
fuck Joe Quenneville, though. That's
Yep, I'm
from anything.
totally with you there.
Yeah.
We've been very well established in that take. But the Ducks winning this series would be just so awkward as everyone tries to figure out how, like, everyone would jump all over
Someone
this.
from
Are
the
the Ducks
Pacific
for
is making
real?
the Western Conference Finals, which is what you, Ian Bonner, predicted after we spent weeks upon weeks just burying the Pacific Division. And
Because
you said,
hockey's
watch one of
stupid."
these teams make the Western Conference Finals. Good work by you, bud.
I think I said maybe we make the finals, honestly. But on my bracket, I do have the Ducks in the conference finals, you know?
Well,
that's,
then that just kind of guarantees that they're not going to do it.
Yeah, that does kind of guarantee it. Although my bracket looks so good right now. I have Habs over Bruins in this round, so obviously missed it on that one.
Sure.
But I have Habs going to the conference finals. I have the Canes going to the conference finals. I have the Habs beating the Canes. So that's a whole different thing. On the West, I had Avalanche and Ducks in the Western Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. So far, the bracket's still alive.
Yeah, but good on you. By the way, are we going to ever be able to do this show again if Habs Canes is the Eastern Conference Final?
I mean, you and I will be able to.
That is fair.
Dead. Which, by the way, everyone, I got worked up immediately. Thomas is not dead. He's I don't know where he is, but he's busy.
We know where he is. Don't do that.
Well, I don't know what he's doing. He could be, sexy time.
He's doing shit. He's probably gonna. He might join us later in the episode, which is why I did the eyed folks, but he might not. Who knows?
I don't know. Who knows? He wanted to be here. He couldn't be here. And I just have a tremendous respect for that.
Yeah, if not a slight sense of rage of abandonment.
What do you want from this? Like, do you want Martyr to win the Conn Smythe just for the hilarity of it?
No, but now I do.
Okay. So the Chris Johnson
I don't think that's going to
show,
happen. I don't think Vegas makes the finals, but
God, Avalanche are so good.
Mm-hmm.
The Chris Johnson show I was listening to the other day, and as soon as rumors pick up, I like to check in with him because he just knows shit.
He'll shoot it down, or he'll say, no, keep going.
He's just a due diligence kind of guy. He actually gives a shit about the integrity. So he was talking about this idea that what if the Canes and the Knights met in the finals, and the front runners for the Conn Smythe were Marner and Freddie Anderson, who's been unbelievable for the Canes so far. He's played the Senators and the Flyers, I understand, but still.
They are still playoff teams.
They are, and he has put up egregious numbers so far. I think he allowed like 2 goals the other night, and his save percentage went down, and it was on 20-something shots. Like,
that is correct, yes.
What are we doing here? Yeah. So great stuff by him, but also 2 ex-Leafs who were the problem in the playoffs, according to the fan base, being the Conn Smythe finalists.
You think maybe it's not them?
That's a top to bottom problem over there. I mean, look, we're going to have a conversation about the Bruins. We're going to have a conversation about that.
So. I forgot to put it on the itinerary, but I figured it would come up organically.
Oh, which one? The Bruins top to bottom or the Leafs top to bottom?
Yes.
There you go. That Carolina series was nothing.
It was Tyson Forrester scored and made in the first period of Game 4 and made it 1-0, and I'm like, they're losing this.
I think was it Game 2 or Game 3? I tuned in about 5 minutes in, and it was already 2-0 Philly. I can't remember which one it was, and I was like, oh wow, and I immediately checked myself and went, who gives a shit? The Canes are still winning. It's like, who cares?
Good season by Philly.
Great season by Philly.
Man, also not on the itinerary, but a news thing that popped into my head there. Matvei Michkov, right?
Yeah.
That's a problem. That is a huge problem. And it turns out that him getting benched in an elimination game was not Tocchet's call. It was Keith Jones.
Wait, what?
Yup. Keith Jones called it in to bench Michkov.
What?
Yep.
This is real?
This is real. 100%.
How do we even find out about this? Why would they allow this to leak?
That was, I think it was Kevin Kurz of The Athletic.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, when you have 68% ozone starts and have 1 assist, you might not be playing well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about Michkov. I think he's going to be a really good player in this league. I don't think I'm in the minority there.
I think he's going to be a great player in this league. I think it's not working in Philly.
I mean, what, he's going to next team? Like, let's keep trying.
I mean,
well, look at
you take calls on him this summer.
Look at the season that Philly had, and he was a part of that. I don't know if I'm going to sit here and be like, well, you know, they're
sometimes the drama outweighs it.
No, but not like this. Michkov is like, to the Flyer fan base, that's their future right there.
But now they have Zegras, and now they have Tyson for a more fully realized Tyson Forrester, who I love.
You're forgetting a very specific name. Martone.
And Porter Martone.
Porter Martone. No, it's Porter Martone directly after or before Michkov, really.
Yeah. But no, I'm serious. If you're Keith Jones, do you sort of put like an APB and are like, okay, we're probably not gonna trade him. Name your package.
No. No.
Are you really set that this is gonna fix itself over the summer?
Is there something I'm missing here? They got absolutely demolished.
I'm not talking
Canes.
about the playoffs, dude. The drama between him and Tocchet all year permeated.
I mean, is that new for Tocchet?
No, it's not. Oh, Dad's home.
Oh, Dad's home already. All right, well, let's keep moving. He'll jump in, but
he'll jump in.
No, I can't. Look, you're building a team. Porter Martone looks like he might be a absolute star. Like Porter might be a. Please go. What were you about to say?
No, he might be he might be like a top 20 player in the league at his peak.
He might make Tom Wilson look like a Walmart Porter Martone in the very near future. Like if Tom Wilson was better, that's basically what Martone's been.
Hi, Thomas.
What up?
Hi, Thomas. So I'm not. Look, the coaching.
I turned this on. You guys are talking about Tom Wilson, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. I got to finish my point here, though. But you have a team that made a surprise run to the playoffs. The fan base is jazzed up for the first time in how long? And you're talking about, 5 years, well, at least. Maybe we, put out a trade notice about one of our best young players who, in his age 20 and 21 year, scored 46 goals and 68 assists between those 2 years.
Is the constant benching, the constant sniping with Tocchet, the front office calling it down, saying bench him. When do you meet the tipping point on that?
I think that's a president of operations problem. If I'm the owner of that team, I'm going, why the fuck are you calling down to bench a guy in the middle of the game? Let the coach do his goddamn job.
No, not in the middle of the game. Before the game.
Yeah.
They called up Alex Bump and whatever an Alex Bump is. And Jet Luchenko, who, by the way, just finished his OHL playoff. They called them two up and benched Michkov for that game.
This completely went by my mind, or by my social media. I missed all of it, but I just find that ridiculous. I don't care. Yes, you're arguing with the coach. You have a job to do. You're a professional. He's a 21-year-old. He'll figure it out. My president cannot be calling down to be like, hey, I'm going to change your lineup to the coach. Not in the playoffs. We have that much dysfunction. There's a different fucking problem. I'm not. Can you imagine if this was the Bruins?
I don't know if we have to imagine it very hard.
No, but like if Neely, I could see Neely doing this. I'm with you on that. But he calls down and he's like, "I want you to take Higgins out." Dude,
Do you think that's what happened?
Off. I don't. I don't think that's what happened.
Okay.
I would be so pissed. Let the guys that you hired to do the job do the job. You are an underdog in both of these series, really. Why are we calling in to like, hey, this is this guy's first playoffs, and we're gonna crucify him now because he's sniping with the coach. He's one of our youngest, most talented players. You
Thomas,
got a guy who's scored 46 goals over the last 2 years before the age of 22, and you're like, I might trade him because he has a bad attitude with the coach. Talkett's an asshole. This isn't new. I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Thomas, your thoughts?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Long story short, before Game 4 of the Canes series, it's come out that Keith Jones, president of Hockey Ops, called down to whoever Tocchet and said that Michkov is benched, and Alex Bump, a rookie, and Jet Luchenko, fresh off of an OHL playoff appearance, are going to be taking his place in the lineup.
Okay. I don't have any strong opinions on that.
Cool.
Would you trade Michkov because that happened this offseason?
No, I don't think so.
But it's not just about what happened.
I don't give a
in the
fuck.
playoff.
Yeah. You don't get talent like this often.
You don't get talent like this, but also like I'm not a big fan of what we would call like the ninth floor or whatever.
Yeah.
Like calling down to the bench.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. I want the coach to coach. I want the bench to bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't. In the middle of the game is fucking wild. But
this is. I say this.
I don't
all
really
the
have
time.
any strong opinions because it's not my team. I would be pissed off if that happened with my team. It feels very, very unhinged.
I say this frequently, and I know this is like a weird phrase. Like you don't want prisoners running the prison, right? That's become a very odd phrase. But the sentiment behind it of I don't want the players deciding on certain like personnel changes and things like that. I don't want my GM deciding every night.
I think we're going to get to some of that later.
Like I just can't. Like you hire a guy to do a job, let the guy do the job, and if it falls flat, then you hold that guy accountable. But like I don't know. I don't get it. And I certainly don't get the idea that you would possibly entertain trading him unless McDavid was like, I want to go over to the East and I want to go to the Flyers. They seem to have a good structure there, which would be very funny. That'd be very, very funny.
Are you drunk?
I just like you would have to be getting a star player back or $1 billion assets. You can't move off a guy like that. Right after this season, too, where you go to the playoffs for the first time in 1 billion years? Ridiculous.
I ultimately don't trade him, which I think you missed that part of that.
I just don't even know why you entertain it.
I think it's just because there's so much smoke that there might be too much of a clash. And I don't know if the Flyers front office is going to pick the player over Rick Tocchet.
Mm-hmm.
If your point here is like, haha, Flyers dumb because of this, I'm in. You and I agree. Like, if that's the point you're trying to make is like, this is so fucking stupid. How ridiculous of them. They might even entertain a trade because they're big, dumb assholes. I'm with you. You and me, brother, side by side. But fuck's sake. It's so hard to get true top six talent in this league. I know this because I've been a Bruins fan for my entire life. So I just really shocks me that they would even entertain it.
Well, Matvei Michkov for Andrew Peeke. The trade is 1-for-1. The rights to Andrew Peeke.
I would do that. I would do that very quickly. How long do we have you for, Thomas? Are you able to stick around for the rest of the episode?
Yeah, we're finishing it off.
Oh, hell yeah. We still have a lot to talk about.
So
he came in earlier than he wanted to, I think, because we still have a ton to go.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Awesome. No, all we talked about is just the playoffs. Have you enjoyed the playoffs, Thomas?
I'm enjoying them right now.
Great. There it is.
Yeah. Buffalo's a game away from getting eliminated.
Yep.
The Ducks are a game away from getting eliminated.
Boo.
Not.
Honestly, like it's how much I hate Quenneville is that I'm actually like hoping the Knights go.
I have this conversation daily with my Canes friend.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh man, the Ducks are so fun to watch, but fuck you.
Yeah. They literally are fun to watch. You have to like completely disassociate from their bench.
And then there's just a shot of Quenneville, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's not even just the shot. It's like reading about how great of a job he's done with this team and all this, and they're just like praising him. It's just like it just feels gross.
He's so shitty.
Like the team just feels gross. But honestly, real question to you guys: who was the biggest or bigger disappointment in this round? Was it the Wild or was it the Flyers?
Wild. Oh my god.
It has to be the Wild, right?
All the way the Wild.
Like the Flyers got their ass kicked, but like you didn't really expect them. But the Wild should have at least hung in that series. They got fucking dick smacked.
Having a 3-goal lead.
Like I said, mediocrity strikes again.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. 3-goal lead in an elimination game, and you blow it. And look, I know how that feels because I've been a Bruins fan my whole life, but it's still a brutal fucking way to go out. And obviously, the loss of Eriksson Ek cannot be understated or overstated. You know what I mean?
Either way.
Yeah, brutal. But yeah, they should have Quinn Hughes. I mean, Kaprizov.
They got him for
Goldie.
one more year. You got one more year.
They've got to lock him up. That's such a good situation. They've got to extend him as soon as July 1st passes. Like, whatever you want, dude. Fucking, yeah.
What's the max salary this year? 20.5 mil?
Something like that, sure.
There you go.
I bet he asked for just under what Kaprizov gets.
But I was going to say, hold up. You have Kaprizov who's making 16.8, and then, oh man, you potentially have $37 million tied up in two. Oh man,
that's a Leafs strategy right there. I don't know.
I mean, they've had just as much success as the Leafs have had. So yeah.
They have so much work to do this offseason, just in general.
That they do.
The miracle that they pulled off with getting Matt Boldy at $7 million a year for the next 4 years. I mean, obviously he signed that a little while ago, but like, what a great contract that was, because that guy could be like an $11 million guy if he wanted to be.
Yep. I love that for them, but get past the second round.
Yep. I'm telling you right now, Thomas is picking them for the finals next year before the season starts. I'm telling you right now.
Who's that?
It's
Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota? Yeah. No, I'm not touching Minnesota. I'm not touching Dallas.
He's so butthurt about those two teams. Every year he's like, these are my guys, and every year they disappoint him.
Yep.
No, this year he was like, no more. And then
no, this year I said no more of the Stars. I left Minnesota alone just because I had already reached that point the previous year with Minnesota. And here we are.
Yep. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I'm wondering what the next team is going to be for me.
Marner just pulled off the sickest fucking thing. I don't even know what I just watched.
Right off the rip, dude. It's like a minute into the game.
Was that Marner at the net front? What the fuck? All right, sorry, that's not good podcast content. What the fuck was that though?
I don't know. What do we want to talk about next?
I want to talk about Evan Gold.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do it. He's too good for Vancouver. Vancouver sucks. Those are my thoughts. Andrew, take it away.
Detailed analysis.
Yeah, very detailed analysis. All right. So it has been reported by multiple sources now.
Oh, yeah. What actually happened? Thanks.
That Evan Gold, I keep wanting to call him Ian Gold. That was actually a linebacker in the NFL for 7 seasons.
That's a poor name.
Ian Gold?
I agree.
Yeah.
What a fucking joke of a human being.
Yeah, right. Especially that first name.
Yeah, brutal.
That Vancouver offered him the job. And he was fully planning on taking it. And then he asked the one question that you should ask before all of this gets this far on Gold's part. What's the salary?
Yeah. Is there a piece of you, before you continue, is there a piece of you that at that level you just assume that it's a competitive salary for that
Yes.
position?
Yes.
And you're just like, well, this is going to be a raise anyway. I don't care.
Yes.
All right, please continue that.
The report is that Evan Gold, he of 18 seasons in the NHL in various front offices in various positions, was offered less than $1 million to be GM of the Vancouver Canucks.
A team that is in one of the worst positions in the league as far as what you can actually do with it right now.
How many regulation wins did they have this year, Ian?
Oh, I don't.
Regulation wins, not total, but just regulation.
Regulation wins? What, 15?
That is the exact number, sir.
Oh, all right.
Hell yeah, brother. Good job.
Nice.
But yeah, so Evan Gold, because he is a smart man, said, no.
Yeah.
No. And they hired Ryan Johnson. Who's Ryan Johnson, you ask?
An internal hire, right?
An internal hire who gets a slight bump in pay, probably. He's been pro scouting director.
Oh, good. That's
for
the guy
Vancouver
I trust.
for the last 3 seasons.
Holy shit. Could you imagine being a Vancouver fan and be like, finally,
No,
we're gonna
stop right there.
Yeah, valid. We're finally gonna get some real traction here. We traded away our best player. It's time to tear it down, rebuild, but we're getting new leadership. And it's like, meet the new boss. Same as the old boss.
It's always the old boss. Aquilini has owned that team for 26 years. Long time. But he's we don't hear a lot about him because East Coast bias and all that, but he's a bit of a shit.
Yeah.
Go Google some of his stuff and come back and you'll be like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. He was ready to take the job. He had reportedly, I don't know how true this is now, but reportedly had Jamie Langenbrunner and the director of analytics for the Bruins ready in tow to leave. And now, as of right now, Gold is still with the Bruins. And fuck Vancouver, because I hope know your worth. Like, know your worth. That is the biggest lesson I'm taking from this. Know what you're worth. Know your worth, BBs.
Well, it's know your worth, but also know your situation. You're asking a guy to come in to be the fall guy in a few years. You're asking a guy to come in and like lead us through the rebuild, but when it doesn't happen fast enough, you will be fired.
Johnson knows he's a patsy, probably.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get maybe 3 years, and then they're going to be like, okay, great. We need to take the next step, and you're not the right guy for it. Bye.
Yep. Goodbye.
That's it. Also, their trust. This is huge because there are 2 moments that are truly difficult, right? It's very important, too, especially when you're tearing it down to the studs. You have to get great value when you're tearing down the studs to minimize the amount of time you're waiting to get back into relevance. It's
this tax on another couple of years.
Yeah.
Something like this. Because it shows dysfunction underneath you.
Yes.
Or above you, rather.
Oh, it just shows that they're like, we're just not interested in taking this seriously. We make money. Like, who cares? As long as we make money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People, that is what they accuse Charlie Jacobs of being, which, again, not a Jacobs defender or fan by any means, but we spend to the cap every year and we have a actual analytics department, and there's an argument about our development, but we have people in the right positions. We just might not have the right people in the right positions, but those positions exist in the franchise is what I'm trying to make. Money is being spent to make the Bruins better.
Just so you guys know, a competitive salary, a median salary for a general manager in the NHL is 2.25.
Well, I was going to guess closer to like 1.8, but all right, that makes sense.
Yep, 2.25. They offered him less than $1 million. Fuck you.
It's rough.
They should call me. You offer me $500K a year, I'll run that team.
Okay. Yeah, no, insult me.
Yeah. Spit in my mouth. $500K? Fucking let's do it.
Insult me.
Like
I'm into that shit.
Anyway. I like how we both went the same direction.
Yeah, right. Hey, you know what? Birds of a feather, man.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Beat me with that belt?
Oh, no. Don't pull out the belt.
Do it.
Thomas just muted himself again. Fantastic.
Just tell us you're not kinky, Thomas. You know, just tell us that.
Yeah, just tell us that. That's what you gotta do. He's not gonna because he's muted now.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Are you kinky though?
Just a little.
Just a little. All right.
Yeah.
I respect that. There's no wrong way. You know, there's no wrong way to approach this. The wife asked me to watch Wuthering Heights last night with her.
Did you fuck after?
All right. First of all, how is that your first question?
Because that's a fucking smut adaptation.
I didn't know what I was getting into with this, but she did confess that all of her coworkers were like, me and my man watched it, and then immediately it got steamy.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to kiss and tell, but it's a good morning this morning. So that film is
Thanks for kissing and telling, by the way.
One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. They put to every like book talk smut thing that they could find trope and shoved it into the film. Every scene has a different trope of like smut.
It's AI generated.
It literally you watch it and you're like, did AI do the dialogue? It's so egregiously bad to the point where she was like, this isn't revving my like, what is this? It was
Counterpoint.
So bad.
Counterpoint. Margot Robbie is really hot.
She is one of the worst films I've ever seen her act in. It was so bad top to bottom. Mm-hmm. But when she told me that was like the goal, I was like, well, then that's the goal. I'm not like, we could be watching Barney. I don't give a flying fuck. Like, what do we
Well, actually, maybe not watch Barney and then fuck. Maybe.
I mean, I meant the dinosaur, nothing else in relation to the show. Damn it, dude.
Oh my God. No, you dug the hole and jumped in feet first. That's on you, bud.
That's a me problem. Edmonton fucked up. Let's talk about that.
Speaking of paying people.
That's a weird transition from our conversation. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Speaking of paying people. So back in January, the Edmonton Oilers, fresh off of 2 Stanley Cup Finals, classic good for them, signed Chris Knobloch to a 3-year extension to kick in during the 26-27 season. The 3-year extension
next year,
which is next year. The 3-year extension is to pay this man $22.5 million over 3 years. Good work if you can get it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
The Edmonton Oilers were bounced from the first round, and Stan Bowman, who is feeling it right now, what is it? Who knows? But he's feeling it. Fires Chris Knobloch 6 weeks before the extension kicks in. And now they have to pay every red cent for him to not coach.
Is that confirmed? That is confirmed
by Pierre LeBrun. That is confirmed by Pierre LeBrun.
I want Thomas's thoughts here.
I do too. All right.
Oh, is Thomas not with us? I'm not watching the video.
Yeah. It's okay. So I have so many thoughts.
I do too.
Why don't we get yours first?
So here's the thing. The timeline literally is the team's struggling. They fire, I forget Wood. I forget his full name.
Woodcroft, Jay Woodcroft.
Thank you, Woodcroft.
He was a finalist for the Bruins job, by the way.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. I really blacked out on a lot of that. They fire him. They bring in Knobloch, and they go on a tear. And then they get all the way to the finals. And then during the offseason, the GM makes the team worse.
Actively.
And doesn't solve the goaltending issue. Then we get to the next season, and they go to the finals again. And then in the offseason, the GM makes them demonstrably worse. And a couple terrible signings, and doesn't solve the goaltending issue. And then mid-season, they make the goaltending issue worse with another trade, and it just weakened their depth again. And then the team flames out early. There's injuries to your top two playoff, or there's injuries to McDavid. I don't know if Draisaitl was injured or not. I don't remember.
Draisaitl was injured.
Okay. So then you're going to fire the coach who you owe $22 million to, basically, because, I mean, I have not seen a GM use this bullet quite like this in a while. Where, yes, it's absolutely, you're right.
That was my first thought.
Fire the coach.
That was
right.
my first thought before everything came out.
Right. Bullet in the chamber, right? Like, that's, yeah. But at the end of the day, you did this to a degree that very few before you have done. You made this team so much worse. What's the Trent Frederick deal again?
8 years at $3.85 million a year.
Oof. It was just stupid. And everyone, it got signed and we all went, what? Like, I don't know if I've seen a coach take a fall like this in the past 10 years.
So this is 95% Stan Bowman's fault. And it's
You're
5%,
being very nice to Stan Bowman right now.
And it's 5%, one statement Connor McDavid made in April. We're a very average team.
And that
Stan
falls
Bowman,
on the coach?
Stan Bowman took that and juxtaposed that with, oh shit, we have 2 years left of the best player in the world, and went, I have to fire him. If McDavid hadn't said that, Knobloch might still have a job.
When you said, I don't know how you decipher that to be like, that's Knobloch's fault. When you said you have 2 years left of the best player in the world, did that feel like a correct statement when you just said that? That there's 2 more years of McDavid at Edmonton. Does that feel correct to you?
So it feels correct, but
feels
it
more
doesn't
correct now than it did a week ago.
Yes.
Oh, I would say it feels even less correct.
No.
Really?
That's my bit. It feels correct, but the odds of getting struck by lightning are very low, but they're not zero. You know what I mean?
If he's playing for Edmonton after the trade deadline this upcoming season, I will actually be a little surprised.
That's
whoa.
I feel like I'm confused at your take there, because I was saying that after this week, it feels less likely that he's going to be there. And you disagreed, and then you said he's going to get traded?
I misunderstood that. Yes.
Okay.
I thought you meant that, like, oh yeah, it's only 2 years. I think it's less than half. It's a half a year, basically, is what we've got.
Are you predicting that they're going to trade Connor McDavid this coming season?
Oh my
I
God,
think
he's
Connor
going to be a
McDavid-
king.
Oh my God. That
Connor
would be
McDavid, you're a Los Angeles
so
king.
fucking funny.
Oh my God.
There are legitimately multiple teams, and this is the Matthews conversation as well, that have the assets to trade for these guys. That really could. If you're Montreal, you're like, Demidov's on the table. Obviously, there's some first round picks in there. Like, we're gonna go get the guy, and it's gonna be huge. Montreal is my biggest fear.
So what you're saying is McDavid for Fraser Minton.
McDavid, I think, is, if Matthews successfully asks out, I think McDavid just needs someone to do it first. And he'll be like, you know what? Toronto is a much bigger, hate-filled area than Edmonton. I can survive this. I'm out. I wonder what kind of, like, allegiance he owes Draisaitl in his mind, but yeah, why would you stick around? The GM just told you, I don't think it's my fault. Buddy, I don't know I'm out. Bye.
Also, wait, no. Bowman, this is Bowman's bullet. He gets to hire his coach, the coach that he hires. He didn't hire Knobloch.
Great. Do you think McDavid gives a shit?
No. That's not what I'm saying. He can now prove that it's his fault.
oh, good. Good. That's great.
So, oh my God, no, Ian, that is bold of you, sir.
They have
Are
to
we
rework
already-
the entire bottom half of their lineup, basically.
So, I think that there was a problem in coaching.
I'm not even making the argument against that, honestly.
Yeah. I think that there was a problem in coaching. There's multiple middle six guys that could not perform in that place. Good ones. We saw one up close this season. Trent Frederick, Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson, Andrew Mangiapane. Trent Frederick's still there. Victor Arvidsson, great bounce back year.
God, what did they get from him?
What
did they get for Victor Arvidsson?
That would be
fifth round pick. Oh, yeah.
Fifth round pick. Fifth round pick. Yep.
Good deal.
Good deal. Andrew Mangiapane, once he left, he was waived, keep in mind. Once he left, he went to Chicago. Now, different situation there. Looked like an NHL player again.
Did they get anything in return for Mangiapane?
Draft pick. A low draft pick. I think it was another fifth.
Just curious is all. Just throw it out.
And then you have Jeff Skinner, who, that wasn't his fault, but like he went from 26 goals to 15 goals to 7.
Yeah,
so I mean,
do you remember when they brought all these guys in? And I mean, at least I was of the mind of like, this might be one of the most disgusting offenses we've seen in a very long time.
Why can't even the good players in the middle six stick? Trent Frederick is not this bad.
Well,
no, Ian.
No, you're right. You are right.
Trent Frederick is not this bad.
I'm being shitty. Didn't he play like 1 billion games and get 0 points?
I don't know if it was that low for that a lot.
He played 74, so just around 1 billion.
Cool.
Oh my God.
He had 7 points, I believe.
Yeah, he had 7.
Yep. Mm-hmm. 3 goals, 4 assists, I believe.
Swap them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
4 goals, 3 assists for a whopping .09 points per game.
Hey, Ian, should he shoot more?
His expected goals for percentage was 51%. He was on the upper half of the league. Here's the thing. If I'm McDavid, there's one reason that I'm out. You knew you had a goaltending issue going back 3 years now. Longer than that, in all likelihood. But truly, like, this team, we can really make some noise. We need a goaltender. And they never did jack shit about it. They just didn't do anything about it.
No.
Yes, the Jari stuff, but like...
No, they did a lot. They just did all of the wrong things.
I have no... how can you sit there and be like, I have faith in this team right now, in this front office to like do anything right?
This proves that you are willing... I mean, in Stan Bowman's twisted mind, this proves I'm willing to set $22.5 million on fire to keep Connor McDavid. And Connor McDavid, who is sane, just saw that and went, "Oh no, the ship is starting to break apart."
He's at risk of being the ultimate best player to live without a cup. Like, it will never be surpassed kind of level.
Yeah.
You're talking about potentially the, second or third greatest player to ever live? Like, that's literally the conversation he's in. Mm-hmm. And you're looking at it right now, like, I don't see a path to a cup for him unless he leaves. And even with the no move clause, they're still going to get a ton of assets back. because there's going to be competing parties. Unless he truly is like, I will only play for this one franchise, he'll pick 3 or 4 franchises and they will have to compete for it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has to get a cut. He has to.
He has to. And kind of buried the lead here. Thomas, you agree with Ian's take that he's gone by next season?
I don't know. That feels reactionary to all the shit that's going on right now. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, but like, we haven't seen a move like that in a very long time.
But it shouldn't be. It should be out of the realm of possibility. The fact that it's not is voluminous right now.
I don't know. I won't go on record as saying I think that's gonna happen, but if it does happen, holy shit.
Nah, that's for the hot take episode later in the summer.
We got to do a real one. We got to do one where, like, hey, we're going to say a bunch of egregious shit. We're going to have a calendar of this stuff.
Like, so, like every week.
Every week. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just got to get on board, is the problem.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Thomas, I need you to speak about the Langenbrunner stuff where he's moving on. I really want your take on, like, do you think the whole development... I know I'm jumping harshly, and this is a terrible segue, but I've been waiting to hear this, like, all day. I want to know your thoughts on if the Bruins are really making a change development-wise for Providence and how we're going to move on from him. Because he's out as the assistant GM at this point. Mm-hmm. And it, by all accounts, it was not a firing. He's going to pursue other opportunities.
He's interviewed for 4 GM jobs.
He was heavily involved with player development rather than like the day-to-day stuff for Providence.
Yeah.
I just wanted...
Which wasn't an impressive thing.
Right. I want to know if you
about
think
that.
This is a wholesale change of like, we are redeveloping our system.
Yeah, you're talking about from a Boston/Providence perspective?
Yes, and I understand this was a really harsh transition, but I saw it on the itinerary, like, we need to talk about this. We've been rambling about the Edmonton.
One of the things that I like that's in the back of my mind is it doesn't feel like they're moving on from Mougenel, but it feels like everything around him, they're changing how they go about business, which is interesting because we've talked on this podcast before that Mougenel, his coaching style and what he puts together doesn't exactly translate as much as we want it to a Boston system.
It's a pro style.
Yeah.
It's not development.
It's not
style.
development. Mm-hmm. And right now we're at a critical development point. I don't know. I don't have really strong opinions on Langenbrunner, to be honest. I did read somewhere that his name's being brought up as part of the group that Vancouver may put together. I don't know how true that is or how far along that might be. I don't really have strong opinions on it, to be honest. I'm sorry to let you down, but like my mind immediately goes to what does this mean for Providence? Because Providence, it's great that they're competitive, that they made a playoff run. Obviously, it fell short, but that's not the point of the league. Like we don't celebrate AHL banners. It's fun to see a winning team play in Providence, and when they come to Hartford or used to come to Bridgeport. But I don't care enough about the results as much as like the true results, which is development and feeding Boston. And I don't think Langenbrunner really was a key asset for them. So I'm not surprised that they're saying, go ahead, look for a job.
Do you think he's been fired or they're saving face with that? Or do you think he truly is like, I want to move on and they wanted to keep him?
I don't think they wanted to keep him. I shouldn't say that. I don't think it's a situation, and this is I have no knowledge inside or out. This is my just opinion on him as a coach and what he meant to the franchise, meaning Providence. I don't think it's a situation where he got fired outright. I think maybe there was discussion where his name was getting brought up at possible other jobs, or maybe he even brought it up and said, hey, I'm fishing around. I don't think they're going to try to retain him. I don't think that's like a key thing for them. So maybe this is a save face situation on both sides where it's like, the relationship's kind of run its course. If you want to stay, you still have a job. If you want to go, please, by all means. I think this, as things come out, this may actually end up being an interesting backstory that we don't know fully about right now.
The way
It does
that
feel weird though.
the way that it's worded makes me think that he's got something lined up.
Yeah,
I
agree with that.
don't think there's any question about that. There's multiple teams tied to him right now.
Yeah, New
Like,
Jersey,
it's not just- yeah.
Vancouver, Nashville. He interviewed for the Nashville job.
Yeah, good luck.
recently. Yeah.
So actually, I want to expand on that though, because you mentioned Mujanel, who I think should be
That's the bigger
hot
story
button
here.
topic. Yeah. Do you think they should move on?
I don't necessarily think they should move on, but I do think this is a situation where they're going to surround him with a different core and maybe different mindset and say, go ahead, coach the team the way you want to coach the team. Teach him a pro offense, but we need more development. And he's not that guy. I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he could probably coach in the NHL if he got an opportunity somewhere.
If you're,
But-
yeah. I mean,
And honestly, he'd probably be all right. I
He'd probably be a pretty decent assistant.
I think at least, yeah, at least. But I don't know. Maybe this is a situation where we're retaining Mujanel for another year, maybe two, but seeing what he can do with a different team around him that's more built on actual development of these prospects. Because I don't want to feed Letourneau to Mujanel at all right now.
no, Will Zellers,
Yeah.
Cooper Simpson, these guys are offense first kind
There's
of guys.
4 or
and that's
5
just-
offensive first guys who we're going to see in this system in the next year or two. And I'm not overly excited just you have to look at the track record. We've had some offensive talent. One of them is still fucking there.
Oh,
You haven't gotten anything out of Lysell in a pro style offense, except for different reports of him being disgruntled.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: lot smells they love. So
Totally fine. Totally fine. He's a different type of prospect though.
Yeah,
He's
he was 21 when he comes to the AHL, and he's like, I'm going to start at the fourth line, earn my way up. He's used to that. It's a totally different kind of guy.
No, and that's the kind of thing that a coach like Mujanel fucking loves.
But here's my question though. Riley Duran comes into this season, and we're like, this guy has everything it takes to be not only a fourth line guy, but just an excellent fourth liner in the NHL. And he stagnates like hell this year. He's really struggled.
Bad this year. He was one of the worst forwards on the team this year.
If you asked me about, like, that is one of the players I thought had one of the safest floors out of the prospect group. Yeah, it was a fourth line, but still. And to watch him stagnate was really shocking.
Yeah. I think Thomas brings up a lot of good points about they're probably not gonna move off of Mujanel, but they're gonna insulate him differently
yes.
and see if it's what we're giving you, not what you're doing. And if the results don't change, we have an answer. We're going to give you one more year because you've had success in terms of records, but who gives a shit? We like talking about AHL. We like talking about like the AHL winning streaks, and we like talking about all that, this, that, and the other thing. But Thomas, I want to bring up something that you said back in January. You went and saw the Providence Bruins, and your report wasn't, yeah, they won, yeah, they lost. Your report was, oh my God, Patra looks lost.
Yeah.
Individual players. Because that's what you're looking for.
That's what we're looking for. Most people go into these games, they just want to see a dub. They want to yell, they want to scream, they want to enjoy it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going there and I'm not fucking scouting. I'm going there to enjoy a
You're not
hockey
there
game.
with a clipboard.
No, exactly.
18 beers deep, you know?
But I'm still going there and saying, like, you know, I have my eyes. It's Andrew, it's the same fucking thing we went to the BC Lowell game.
Yes.
Like, I don't give a fuck about either one of those schools. But there were multiple players on the ice that night that I was watching intently, and we just happened to have seen a pretty productive game in our favor for what we were looking for.
Yes.
And I love college hockey for that exact reason. I'll go to a number of Yale games or Quinnipiac games or whatever, especially when certain prospects are coming around. Like every time BU came down here, I was watching them because it's like, okay, there's a couple of pro guys on the ice right now. And it's like you almost
Curtis
feel
Hall.
stupid. Yeah, no. Well, but you're watching these games and it's like you have to watch it just differently. That's the point. It's development. Because honestly, certain college hockey programs are basically pro development too.
Yeah.
Like you're watching guys who may end up getting there, and I'm trying to get a good feel for that. So that's what I would watch when you go to a P Bruins game. Am I going to stand up and cheer when some fucking rando who is never going to sniff Boston scores a goal? Yeah. Let's get excited. Let's get the kid pumped up. Give her a fucking, she's got her pennant flag or whatever. Like let's have a good time. But you got to watch these games a little bit differently and take it. Again, we're not hanging banners for the AHL. We're not throwing fucking parades. But what we are doing is watching certain players and banking on their development. And that's where this comes down to. Do I think Mujanel's a good coach? I actually do. I know he gets a lot of flack and the fan base is pretty split on it. I do think he's a good coach, but I don't know if he's necessarily what I want in this organization the next couple of years. If this is kind of like the early parts of potentially moving on from him, I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be disappointed.
Maybe if this franchise was in a different direction, maybe having Mujanel as the AHL coach isn't really that big of a deal. But we're still in a pretty aggressive retool right now.
We're an aggressive retool, and anybody listening to this podcast and being like, oh, dude, they had the most fucking wins in the AHL last year. They had the most points in the AHL. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I
genuinely give a fuck when they fucking lost. That was unbelievable.
And no, I mean, that's a disappointing end because that was the last bit of hockey that we had left.
Yeah. But also disappointing because Boston keeps doing this shit.
Yeah. But it's not about, but Ian, you actually kind of stumbled back asswards into Thomas's point. It's not about Providence. It's about the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really hard job to marry the two. Because at the end of the day, it's also like these guys are competitors. They want to win. No one down there is sitting there being like, well, I mean, they're all obviously dreaming of the next step, but like they don't want to fucking lose. And as a coach down there, you don't want to fucking lose. And it's just a tough thing to marry. I don't think you're wrong in any of the points you're making. And I'm really glad that you went in on this, Thomas, because I would, again, really wanted to hear your take on all of this stuff because you're more of the Providence guy on this pod. And it's interesting to hear you be the person to be like, at the end of the day, it's still about feeding Boston.
Yeah.
Because you're the biggest Providence guy of the three of us.
Yeah, I mean, like I pay the most attention because I pay for the NHL TV, and I like going to the games. I enjoy. I grew up on minor league hockey, not NHL hockey so much. You know what I mean? So it's like I still have an attachment to it. That attachment has kind of shifted over to college because I think it's a more fun watch a lot of times.
And it's also a place where they're not thinking about the next step as much. Yeah. They're still like, I'll give it all up for this.
Yep. Well, the coaches aren't trying to fucking develop pros. The coaches are trying to win national championships.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I know that goes counter to my point of Mujanel versus a more development focused coach, but there's a total difference in the style of play and the reason that they're playing.
Yeah.
Nobody is in Providence because they want to be in Providence, whereas college kids will stay an extra year because they love playing for their college.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Huge fucking difference. And this comes from a fan perspective as well as like an analytical standpoint. But yeah, I'm more of a Providence guy than you guys, but also I'm a realist where it's just Providence could win the fucking cup every year. Every year. And it wouldn't matter as much as Boston winning it once every 10.
Mm-hmm.
It will never matter.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because let me kind of steer it back a little bit, where we're insulating Mujanel with different people, different viewpoints. Hopefully, does this kind of makes me think of when Higgins was signed to his ATO. There was a benefit that there was a significant spotlight on we want him to get playoff experience, and the playoff experience that they wanted him to get was initially in Providence. Is that a more dyed in the wool mentality that they kind of need to get over?
I think you're going to see more guys skip the step as we continue on. I think it's going to become more and more common, but no, Higgins wasn't ready for the NHL.
Mhm.
I just, I don't know. They wanted to give him a couple games down there to see if maybe, well, his board work and he gets to dangerous ice, and then the NCAA, and that the NCAA has become a league that's, I mean, it truly rivals a lot of other leagues at this point.
The growth of the NCAA within the last decade has been unreal.
It's unreal. And at a certain point, though, like, you got to see if this guy will. Let's have him play against adults, and he was not tearing up Providence, and I don't think that says a lot about Higgins.
I don't think he was tearing up Providence, but I thought he was holding his own.
He was holding his
more
own
than well enough there.
When they signed him, this is so obviously I'm out of the picture when they signed him. I'm not watching all the games. I'm not like I'm literally out of the country, and
You're getting your meatballs fondled.
yes, and I see. Oh God, the meatballs. I see that they signed it, and I just go, that feels weird. But all right, cool. I'm excited. Is that not the reaction that everyone who paid attention to what he was doing in Providence had? Oh, I guess, sure, but this is exciting. It wasn't of course, this is the right way to. It was oh, neat. All right, cool. Because he wasn't doing what I'm immediately going to be a top 6 guy in the NHL.
Was good.
He was good. He was not great. And I just think at the end of the day, you sit there and go, I think we bungled this a little bit. He probably shouldn't have been signed. And it was a worthwhile thing to send him to Providence first just to check. You know?
Why do you think he got brought up?
I mean, honestly, the Bruins needed a little jolt.
It was about a spark, and also I think they were probably looking at certain injuries on the team and just saying, you know what, if this guy or X guy goes down, this guy James can step in and fill a role and also give the fans a little bit of a thrill.
Yeah,
I think it was a little bit twofold, but I do think that they were looking at it more of a insurance situation as opposed to we're going to get him in because he's due here.
So the answer is kind of both.
Yeah, I think you probably make a good point there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he starts next year.
Yes,
like he's on this team right off the rip. Like he's not going back. He's never going to play in Providence again, in my opinion. This
is a good segue because there's honestly a few guys that are very likely to get a real shot at the team next year. Lucas Reichel. He's been extended $950K 1 year.
Fine.
First of all, sure. I knew it. Sturm loves the guy. I knew it. I knew they weren't just going to walk away from the RFA. Secondly,
it's good asset management.
It's good asset management. Who gives a shit? The guy's 23. He was an 18th overall pick. He's got speed for days. He can't put it together yet. Is he a guarantee to make the team out of camp?
No.
Thomas? Nope, he had to run away too. No, I just don't think. It's Sturm's going to want him though, and I'm a little. Reichel's a really interesting case study for me on how Sturm's going to operate. He's talked about this guy. He clearly loves this guy. Are you going to put him above better options for the team because you like him? This is my first, rookie year is over. This is going to be my first huge test for Sturm at a camp. If Reichel earns a spot, I'll shut the fuck up. I don't care about that. If Reichel looks out of place and he still makes the team because Sturm likes him, I am going to be on the fire Sturm train so goddamn fast. I'm so sick of people making decisions based on personal biases in this league in general. What's best for the team? Reichel is such a good example, and it's going to be a good topic come next preseason, where we're staring at this guy and we're staring at the coach and we're like, what do you value? So I obviously we don't need to talk about this all night or anything like that. The Reichel deal is whatever, but I do think this will be a really interesting topic going forward.
I got to push back on this.
Push? Yes, push.
besides them both being German, what evidence do you have that he really likes this guy? He really likes Lucas Reichel.
Every report when they brought him in is how much Stern was like, I like this guy. I've worked with him in the past. I've known about him in the past. I want him. Let's bring him in, which is fine. The deal was fine. It made all the sense in the world to take a chance on him.
6th round pick. Who gives a shit?
Right. It's what we gave up, just to be clear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the interviews of Sturm, every time he talked about Reichel, it was always positive. Like, the guy clearly enjoys Reichel. And I'm not saying it's just the German connection, because I can see the point you're making with that. But it seems pretty clear to me that he likes him. He wants him on the team. I think it's an interesting, and this is the thing. If we get to the preseason and he doesn't bring Reichel in because he doesn't earn it, then I'm giving him brownie points for something that I am projecting, right? I'm giving it, yes. You're saying like, well, he might not even like him that much. Maybe you're just projecting all of this on him. Hey, maybe you're right. And if you are, then that just means I'm being positive for no reason. Mm-hmm. I can live with that. But if he brings him into the lineup when it feels like he didn't deserve it, I'm going to feel very vindicated and I'm going to be pissed. And I can live with that too. I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
The extension makes sense. I'm not arguing against the extension.
Right. I think he likes his speed. I think he likes
his first round pedigree.
I think he likes his first round pedigree.
No one can let go of that. I'm not going to act like I'm immune to that either. He was a first rounder.
Yeah, I don't think there's a coach's son thing going on here.
I think we're going to find out if there is.
Okay. If he makes the team as a 13th forward, are you okay with that?
Yeah. If he doesn't look like shit, like if Patra doesn't make the team as a 13th forward, but looks really good in the preseason, but Reichel does, I'm going to stab somebody. But
whoa, role reversal.
That's a normal response. It just depends on how it looks, because there's going to be guys like Patra, Brunet, Lotzmels, who obviously Brunet defense, who have these opportunities in the camp coming up. If you see them passed by other guys who don't look like they deserve it, we're going to have the same reaction we have every year when this kind of stuff happens. This past year is probably the first time when we walked out of camp, and although there were certain things we talked about, we were like, I would have done this, I would have done that. It didn't feel like we had a firm complaint about what was done, right? Like we didn't feel strongly that this guy or that guy should have made or not made the team.
I think the biggest thing was we didn't have that. You're correct. But it was such a diametric difference from 2 years ago, where a guy like Fabien Lisel, for example, I think clearly made a great case for making the team, but Tyler Johnson existed.
Right. and not even make the team, not being first round cut.
Yeah.
And sure. That was weird. And now, obviously, long-term outlook, you sit there and go, well, we sell.
Yeah.
But I just think that this camp is
chicken or the egg on that one. But
yeah, absolutely. It's just going to be tremendously interesting come next year because there are a lot of options for this bottom six. Mm-hmm. And Corrali really didn't make a lot of fans towards the last month and a half of the season, 2 months of the season.
If he plays all 82 games again, I might go blind.
Really good penalty killer, though. I mean, I know our penalty kill wasn't something to brag about, but I never felt like he was the problem.
It's just he can't.
I'm throwing the guy a bone here. I'm not.
Yeah, you're grasping at straws,
But the thing is, Patra and Lotzmels are going to be right there to take those minutes. Fourth line,
don't be shocked if Lotzmels starts the year in Providence because of rehab.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't have a real summer of training this year.
You want to talk about son of the coach? I know where I'm at with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we do have to get to some of these voicemails and whatnot, right? We are deep into this one.
I will fire him off. Is that what you want?
Oh, don't say it like that.
You're such a fucking dork.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. All right, let me pull it up. Here we go.
Short shift. Just finished the new episode. And I'm gonna say, as Dashboard Confessional once said, I feel vindicated when I'm talking about Matthew Potter and seeing all the we should move him, motherfuckers. He's an RFA. What are we gonna get for that? We're trading the rights to this young player. Like, personally, I'm like, no. And additionally, I'm in the camp of, listen, I loved Arvidsson's play this past season, but like, I personally don't re-sign him because you have Potter right there, and it looks like they're gonna stuff Steve in the A next year, not that A. And then potentially, you could just move AC Mont for like a mid-round pick. I don't know, pick a fucking team that's looking for depth. But the big thing that I'm thinking about, everyone keeps talking about the Robert Thomas deal, and they keep hearing, you can't get Robert Thomas.
That's a minute right there, AJ, and you go on for another full fucking minute, so I'm going to go ahead and put you in timeout for a second.
Hold on. Who's saying you can't get Robert Thomas? The last statement was the one that bothered me. Who's saying, you were cut off, so obviously I don't know what you were saying, but who is saying we can't get Robert Thomas? We have 6 first-rounders
did you not hear him?
4 years.
Did you not hear AJ say that we can't get Robert Thomas? He just said that.
I just don't understand.
I'm going to go ahead, because it's AJ, I'm going to let this one go. But there are 2 calls that I'm seeing that went well over a minute.
Well, no, it is
on notice.
60
He
seconds.
fucking gives you instructions.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the headphones on and go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
There we go.
Well, this is the thing that I've thought of that I don't think a lot of people care to think about, is what if you package Middlestat, Minton, and, the Florida first and the Toronto first. And the reason I say that shit is because you think about, one, I don't want to lose Minton, but if it gets you a 1C and you've got people down the pipeline like Higgins and fucking Patra that you can plug in at C at a 2C, 3C, whatever the fuck, that's I can live with it. And then additionally, it's just like you traded Carlo and Marchand and Coyle and got Robert Thomas. That's the way I see it. I don't know what you guys think about it. I expected to get torn apart. But anyways, we're going to hit them with the big old Go Bees! Thank you!
Go Bees!
Go Bees.
Go Bees.
I'm completely in on getting Robert Thomas. I think we need to stop including Patra when we're talking about the pipeline. If he shows up and plays and ends up on this team and is productive, awesome. But stop banking on that.
What was the trade he just gave? Obviously, Florida's first, Toronto's first, Middlestat.
Yeah.
And what was the other piece?
Did you say Mitten?
Mitten.
Yeah.
Mitten. Okay. Vancouver says no.
Yeah.
Vancouver says no. You know who else says no? St. Louis.
I don't know why I said Vancouver. St. Louis says no.
Yeah.
I am 6 Guinnesses deep. We finally broke through the halfway point on
Guinness
my Guinness
is like
collection.
3.5%. If you're 6 Guinnesses deep, you're like 3.5 beers in.
Yeah, I know.
If anything, you're just full.
Yeah, you just drink molasses and road tar.
Look, they're tall cans, and secondly, I have no excuse here. You're all right.
I'm going to the next
How about
voicemail. Oh man.
I am.
Oh, AJ, clean it up. Clean it up, AJ.
What's up, boys? It's Lex.
Okay.
Pursuant to your request for potential off-season topics, someone who kind of knows puck but never really played competitively and doesn't have the time to follow the AHL. I would love for someone with more time and more knowledge to break down for me what's up with the AHL coaching staff. Between the postseason flameouts, player development, I'm just kind of like, there has to be something going on with them. Old Boys Club, I know it's not necessarily going to change, but I don't have an opinion. I just have a speculation. I'd love to hear from someone who does. That's all I got. Go Bees.
Go Bees. So we did touch on it earlier. We did touch on it earlier. He's looking for more detail. We will give more detail this offseason for sure. That can easily be a good chunk of an episode at some point this summer. once we start to see what this coaching staff is going to be and let it take shape, I think that's a very worthwhile look, because ultimately we want to talk development. I don't care that the coaching staff petered out or the team petered out in the playoffs. I genuinely don't.
You had an eye on this season. You had an eye on this coming season last season.
Yeah.
So
we will definitely do that. I agree with you. There's more to it than is that coach getting dubs. There just is. So, Wes, we will definitely talk about that this offseason for sure.
word.
Got another call. This one's 1 minute and 46 seconds. I'm already pissed. Here we go.
What's up, Short Shift? Harris here. Let me push this Thomas trade on you here. Also, sorry, Thomas, you're probably going to absolutely hate this episode for all of the trade talk that you hate.
Hate the trade talk. Hate voicemails that go over a minute. Way the fuck more.
Anyway, Boston gets their guy. Pasta's no longer bitchy sitting at home moaning. He gets Robert Thomas. We lose. Fan base cries. Our first this year, Toronto's first because Matthews is gone. So that's probably a top 5 pick in 28. Again, has value now. And you're losing your wonder boy. James Higgins is now wearing music tones on his chest. Secondly, you go to Seattle. You steal Shane Wright for Cooper Simpson, a second this year, a third, and Patra. Nextly, everyone else can literally offer a better deal, but you go to Vancouver, try to offer them the Panthers first, our first, next year, and Lori. Lastly, we are still in a rebuild. We are 18 months ahead of what we should be, to be honest. And if you're Sweeney out, I'm sorry, this is too blunt. Go fuck yourself. Honestly, you're an idiot. Like, he has built 3 potentially cup-winning teams. It's not his fault, all his fault, that the players and coaches choked. 2019, 2023, for sure, should have been cup-winning teams. Anyway, also, lastly, Gasso, stop being a little bitch. Come to camp, and you can win 4th line center easily, because Patra will be gone. Anyway, boys, these are my mock trades. Go Bees!
Go Bees.
Go Bees.
Oh, bees. He's still mad at you for 1 minute 47 seconds, Harris.
Look,
What?
all 3 of those trades, Boston wins. All 3 of those trades,
Hold on.
not
Hold
Boston.
on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let's discuss this for a moment.
There's one trade I'd change.
The Hronik trade was what was that? Florida, Lori, and Simpson.
Yes.
They don't take that one.
No, did he name Simpson in that one too? Because he named
Yes, he did.
Simpson in the Shane Wright deal.
Shane Wright trade, yes.
Okay.
The Shane Wright trade they take.
I
think
wouldn't
so?
take that.
Give me the trade again, just to make sure I'm
Shane
not
Wright
being
for
dumb
Cooper
idiot.
Simpson, a second this year, a third, and Patra.
Yeah, I think they take that.
A second,
wouldn't
take
third,
Wright.
and Simpson.
That hurts us. Like that's a painful trade to make as a Bruins fan. I think they're like, you know what? We're not loving Shane Wright. That's a risky trade if you're a Bruins fan. Like that's
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to see what Simpson can be, but we're also saying an unknown potential decent prospect, a second and a third, which depending on the year could be fucking worthless unless you have amazing scouts, and then Patra is Patra.
I think Seattle takes that one.
I think you use that trade to get in the door. I don't think they take it outright. But I would ask about Brunet. I would ask about Matty Berners.
Oh. Well,
I wouldn't be mad about it.
that's a bigger trade.
Yeah,
There's a much bigger trade.
and,
Sure.
and that doesn't get it done.
No, but that gets your foot in the door, and there's your baseline. And it's like, all right, we'll add a couple. We'll add here and there. And if you can't get Berners, revisit the right trade.
What was the Thomas trade was our pick this year, Toronto's pick, and Hagen's.
Yes.
I think that gets you in the door. Like you guys were quick to be like, they don't take it. I don't know. These are all trades that are like they hurt to do, which means that there's at least a
Or
conversation.
mutual dissatisfaction means it's a good trade.
Right. Like, I know
That's what you need. I don't think any of those trades are actually either going to be offered or accepted. Like, it's one or the other.
Interesting. I am very proud of you. I think you've made 3 trades that at least start the conversation, and we have something
You
to
can't
work
make all
with.
3 of those trades, though, because we were talking about like.
No. You can't do all 3. But I just, like, oftentimes we get these trades in, and it's just Bruins wins out the ass, right?
I think all 3 of those have strong potential to be Bruins wins.
I think it's Shane Wright.
Why don't we trade Jonas Corposalo for Matty Beniers straight up?
I think the Shane Wright trade is dangerous from both sides, and that was one that they would actually accept.
See, I like Wright.
Are you a big
I like
fan of
Wright
Wright?
too, but
I don't mind him at all. I would take him on this.
Mixed bag there.
He's definitely a mixed bag, but I also feel he's a mixed bag who can figure it out here.
I don't know. I think these trades they don't hang up the phone. There's real conversations to be had about them.
He's lucky I didn't hang up the phone when it went over a minute.
This is what I think he earned the extra 40 seconds or whatever it was.
That's not enough for you to decide.
It's not, but good stuff from my end. Good job. I like it.
Here we go.
Harris again. Last thought. Higgins is in the.
This motherfucker called right back 3 minutes later because a minute 46 seconds wasn't enough. He's like, oh, fuck, I almost hit 2 minutes.
Defended you,
Here's
dude.
14 more seconds.
I defended you. Damn it.
Here we go.
Harris again. Last thought. Higgins is in the Blues trade because he has more value, brings down the picks he'll have to give, and also controversial. Letourneau will be better than Higgins. Go Bees!
Go Pete.
Go Bees. That is controversial.
That is
Also,
controversial.
back to the point of that trade. That's 2 firsts and a 7th overall pick. That's a real
very
trade
strong
for
offer.
Thomas.
Yeah.
I
And,
just-
that's a real trade for Thomas. Possibly the best offer they're going to get. I still don't know if the Blues move.
the fact that we're like off by 10 to 15% is like, I just think there's a real conversation to be had there. I think it's a good.
Would you want to do that? You want to give
Yes. Yep.
up? You would give that up for Thomas?
Yep. To work with Pasta for the next, 6 years. Yeah.
Totally fine, but we're talking about 2 picks and a player who should be a top 6.
The windows.
If one of those players turns into a top 6, that's 2 top 6 players for 1.
I mean, I'm putting.
And I don't think we have enough depth behind those 2 picks. I don't think we're deep enough to say, okay, we can do that. Don't get me wrong. If we got Robert Thomas, I would be fucking ecstatic. I would be the first person. Actually, no, I wouldn't buy the jersey because it'd be my fucking last name, or it'd be my first name as the last name. I could never get a Timmy Thomas jersey for that exact reason. It feels like you feel like a fucking 5-year-old going into kindergarten with your name emblazoned on your chest.
It being this year's first for the Bruins plus Toronto's makes it easier. It's like one of those is
That's
25th.
fair. That's fair.
And then Toronto's is a who fucking knows.
Yeah.
Which is that's a scary one
That's
to give
the
up.
magic beaniest of magic beans.
People keep saying things along the lines of like you can't trade it. I want Higgins to turn into Robert Thomas.
Yeah.
So I'm very comfortable trading Higgins for Robert Thomas.
That's fair.
I want Higgins. It's the magic box. It's the magic box principle.
Yep. It could be anything. It could even be Robert Thomas.
Yep, exactly.
Here's another one.
What's up, boys? It's Jack. Today's like the 8th or something like that. I don't know when this next episode's coming out, but I just wanted to say I feel so vindicated because I'm a Dallas native. I was born and raised in the 903, which is like, and it's like the outskirts of Dallas suburbs. Anyways, Dallas fans fucking suck. There are no Stars fans in Dallas. You are absolutely right, Thomas. I remember going to school one day in high school wearing a Stars jersey, and no one knew what it was. Motherfuckers, we live just outside of Dallas. Anyways, Dallas fans suck. Dallas has the worst fan base in the entire NHL. I'm also going to throw you guys a really bad trade idea so you can roast me for it. I want Austin Matthews, and I'd be willing to give him like 3 first rounds and like Hampus Lindholm for that. Or, someone else of Hampus Lindholm's caliber. I'd be willing to give him, I might be willing to give him Fraser Minton for Austin Matthews. I think if that dude has David Pastrnak on his wing, he's scoring 180 points a year. I think they both are. Yeah, that's my bad trade. Dallas fucking sucks. Go Fleet, and that's about it. See ya.
Go Bees.
Go Fleet.
So lost.
I'm going to be honest. He went 14 seconds over, but I'm going to allow it because he's right about Dallas. Austin Matthews in a Bruins uniform does intrigue me. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Also,
There's not really a lot of things out there that I wouldn't listen to when it came to what it would take a player like Austin Matthews to come here.
I'm not giving up 3 firsts and Fraser Minton for Austin Matthews.
yeah, no.
Hampus Lindholm, though.
Hampus Lindholm?
Yeah,
yeah.
See you later,
He
buddy.
of 1.5 knees, Hampus Lindholm.
Yeah. I would at least listen to pretty much any deal that brings a player like Austin Matthews or Connor McDavid or fucking Nathan McKinnon. Like, you're talking like top 5 guys in the league. You listen no matter what.
Counterpoint, fucking gross, because
Absolutely fucking gross. But
Yeah.
let's be honest. If he was on our team, we would probably like him. We'd still probably make fun of him a fair amount. But
we'd have like fake pencil thin mustaches in the crowd. Just to
bro, if you've
fake
been to the
mustache.
Garden in the last couple of years, those exist anyways.
Yeah,
And those-
you know
and
what,
those-
that's fair and valid.
Those really cool tan hats with the lettering that's upside down and arched. Yeah. that crew's out there.
Yeah, it's really cool dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have any other notes on it, but I listen to anything with an Austin Matthews. Don't get me wrong, I fucking can't stand him, but if he's scoring 60 goals in a Bees uniform, I'm not going to be mad about it.
Not a lot of roastable stuff here. Why do we have such smart fans? I don't like it.
They just can't tell time. Here's another one.
Hey boys, Will calling in from Nova Scotia, trying to get any sort of happiness here, but it's just been an awful couple weeks for Boston sports, eh? God, not even our Lord and Savior, Aaron Frankel, is safe from the curse. And I'm just sitting here wondering which one of you motherfuckers broke a mirror recently. Ugh, it's just so bad. Anyway, I got this trade proposal here, and you guys are gonna hate it. Oh, I cannot wait. Call me an idiot. Okay, so 2027 first, 2026 second, Mason Lowry, and Matthew Platra. Okay, that's the package. Going to Seattle in exchange for Shane Wright and Brendan Montour. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys hate it. Oh, I love it. Oh,
Brother, when you said Shane Wright,
I also just want to point out 52-second call. Perfect. Love to see that.
Great work.
And also the transcription. Go Beef.
go beef!
Go beef! Also, you have to hit override on that trade on EA.
Yeah, I'd make that trade so fast.
Oh my
I'd
god.
make that trade so fucking fast.
I would make that trade so fast, which means, by principle, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, there's never.
He
gonna
wants
happen.
that though. This is a kink for him.
It is really funny when you throw like a Mason Lowry out there, and it's just like, do you think he has any value
Yeah.
in a deal like that?
He didn't give up one of the top prospects, didn't give up one of our top first round picks.
Only one first-round pick.
Only one first round pick.
Only one first round pick.
Like, Shane Wright stuff's like kind of a moot point. Montour is not going right-sided D. Yeah. I would definitely take Montour on this team really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think, take Montour out of this, do you think that trade offer is good enough to even get just Shane Wright?
Yeah.
I would say
think
yes.
yeah. He had
But I think there's
27
cause-
points last year, guys.
There's cause for pause.
Shane Wright.
Shane Wright, I think,
He
is
also
a
had
better player
41
than what
points
is.
the year before.
Yeah, I think he's a better player than what we've seen.
I
If
do
you
too,
put him
because
around
Seattle is
somebody
terribly
else,
run.
yes. But you
Well-
put him around more talent, and I think he explodes.
Let's be fair.
No.
Let's be fair. We thought Marco Sturm was a conservative coach. Lane Lambert, they're not offensively dynamic to begin with, Seattle, but offense went to die there.
Yep.
Look at their stats across the board this year. You'll see
Lame
some-
Lambert, you know?
Yeah, he's very
He's lame. Everything about him is lame. It's all lame.
Please go and not exist anymore.
You did a great job.
You had
buddy.
some mail-ins.
I do. I did. So one of them had a Robert Thomas trade that had basically AJ's trade. So I'm not going to read that off again. But we have Seb from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He has a trade offer for Owen Tippett. And we give them our 2027 second, our 2028 first, Henry Yokiharu, and Matthew Patra for Owen Tippett. Your thoughts?
Oh, buddy. Oh, man. I will say that I would do that trade, and I
love Owen Tippett, by the way.
I do too. I would threaten that man's family and say, if you hang up this phone before this trade goes through, I will kill everybody. That's the deal. You don't get to change it. We're good. We're locked in. I'm not letting that phone call get away from me. That's it. You stay on the phone. We're finishing this right now. Yeah, that's a great trade. That's a great trade for the Boston Bruins. I love it. Let's do it. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, your thoughts, Thomas?
Yeah, I would take him in a heartbeat too.
Yes. I love it. Yes.
Yeah. That is a dub.
The reactions let you know that that's not a possible trade.
No, it's not.
Ian, you've said it before, but you've even said it on this episode. Like, if it doesn't hurt, it's not a good deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
First rule in negotiation, like I said last week, first rule in negotiations, the hallmark of a great deal is when neither side is satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
It should be, Philly would be so upset. You get a first rounder in a couple of years. God knows what that's going to look like.
Yeah, but you get Matthew Patra.
You get Patra as second rounder. Oh, here's Yogi Aru, by the way. Have fucking fun with that. Good stuff. Give me another one.
Yeah, I like it. That's it.
All right. That was great stuff. We got no predictions to do.
We have no predictions to do.
I mean, do you want to predict a little bit left of the NHL Stanley Cup?
I'm going to predict that Vegas wins the series based off what I'm watching right now.
It's not looking great. The second period has been considerably slower. Scoring 3 goals in the first was perfect.
I can't wait to see the circus move Marner did.
Yeah.
Oh, have you not seen it yet?
No.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
Montreal closes it out in Game 6.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think that's the end of it. I think that's the last game.
Yeah, I think that's pretty safe.
So, are we going Habs or Canes to the finals?
The Meteor.
I hate this, but you're going to ask me to bet on the Canes in an Eastern Conference Finals? Absolutely not. I think the Habs are going to...
What's the record? What's the record for the Canes?
1-16 over the last 4 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, I believe.
You know what that is?
A losing
Not
record?
a sweep.
No sweeps involved anywhere in there.
It's either 1-16 or 1-12, but I think 16 is correct.
I think it's 16. Guys, we skipped over something, and I just want to touch on it very quickly before we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie McAvoy was suspended for 6 games.
Yeah, I saw that, and I did not bother reading that article.
Didn't even blink at it.
Didn't give a
He deserved it, right?
flying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did Benson deserve some too? Absolutely. But if we're going to talk about in a vacuum, McAvoy deserves 6 games.
McAvoy deserved it. But the thing about Benson is very interesting. When the Department of Player Safety released their video as to why McAvoy was suspended, they called the Benson Sue Flufoot a dangerous play.
Yeah.
Neat.
The thing is,
Very
Benson's
good.
still in the playoffs, and they really don't want to fuck with it.
Go.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself. 6 games, I'm fine with McAvoy being suspended 6 games. Don't fucking swing your stick, you moron. But, fuck you.
Benson should have gotten 2. Benson should have
Fuck
gotten
you.
2.
Yes. Fuck you.
And for those of you to be like, well, it deserves more than 2, first-time offender, 22 years old, like,
Yeah. No.
Ducks just scored on the power play. Here we go. The comeback's on.
Yep.
All right. No, it's not. Go Bees.
Go Bees!
Go Bees. Later, boys.
Boy.